All is well. I want to thank you, man. First and foremost, it's definitely an honor. I appreciate you taking out the time to even, come on my platform and chop it up with
All
me.
good, brother. It's all good. What's happening with it?
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Taye Speaks. We got a very special guest in the house, very innovative, very creative, legendary pioneer in this game that we call hip hop, most definitely on the West Coast. So without further ado, King, please let them know where you from and definitely let them know what your name is.
What's up, world? Yo, this called 187, Mansa Musa, from the notorious ass above the law. You know what I mean? Coming live to y'all from California, from Pomona, California. You know what we do, we rap that P, you know what I mean? So yeah, South Central in
Okay.
the building, Comp is in the building, Watts, Long Beach, the whole West Coast is in the building, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I wanted to ask you about that Mansa Musa. For the viewers who may not know, what do that name mean to you?
Well, that name mean to me, the name, the name comes from the great Mansa Musa, which the name in Islam means King Moses. But, if you take the two words and you put them together, it means King Warrior. So now it's
Wow.
Code 87 King Warrior. That's what it means, you know. So, and
Yeah.
Mansa Musa in history was the richest black man who ever lived, for people that don't know that. To this day, he's still the richest. There's nobody that has more wealth than King Mansa Musa. So,
Wow. Wow.
yeah.
It's definitely power in the name. I appreciate you
Yeah,
breaking
so,
that
so
down
we
for
so,
us.
so we elevate, so we elevate that way, but we still keep it gangster always because the temperament of the way music is now and the way people are censored and can't say shit. You know, I want to always keep that persona because when it's time to talk about something heavy and real, I think they want to mute us. I think that's why they want to mute us. I don't think it's because they're careful of. It's because when it's time to talk about something real, you on mute. You're so afraid to say something about the regular everyday Joe shit, you don't even want to go in and make the record that you really feel in your heart you want to make. So it is a lot of things that come with me adding, to Monarchy Mansa Musa to it is because, on one level, Code 187, I'm always be that. I'm always be Big Hutch. I'm always represent above the law, the pimp clique, the black mafia crew, the whole thing. Rest in peace, KMG. I always say that before I speak on anything. Shout out to DJ Chaos, Go Mac with the stack, Layla with the cloud, my brother, my cousin, Cocaine. You know what I mean? So yeah, so being the voice and being the front guy, the leader, the quarterback of that team, I want to be always able to speak on that level. And if people think that I'm ignorant, I want them to know that first of all, I'm a king. And the only way you're gonna be, and if you a brother, you a brother. If you a nigga and you want to be put in that position, I'm gonna call you that too. But I'm gonna always hold a high level of prestige, whatever I do as a black person, as in general. You know what I mean? I'm always hold the king level, you know what I mean? But I am still a gangster, I am still a warrior, I'm a businessman and a mogul.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. And I wanted to speak on something. My big
Mhm,
brother, he used to play
mhm.
above the law, so I really got a chance to get into y'all with that Uncle Sam's curse. So I was gonna
Yeah.
say number one, that's a
Mhm.
classic. That's a
Thank you.
classic on any coast. One of the greatest hip hop albums ever. But it was gangster, but it was political. Like y'all really was, you know what I'm saying, addressing some real issues on that. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, that's always been a cornerstone of what Above the Law has tried to do in a greater good. Sometimes when you speak real, people only listen to what they want to listen to. But we were fortunate enough to do a record called Uncle Sam's Curse that we were able to talk about the gangster shit and politics, and people took both sides just as serious. You know what I mean? So for us,
Yeah.
that was like an incredible album for us to do. This. It's like if you took Public Enemy and NWA, you got Above the Law, Uncle Sam's Curse. The first record that ever in the history of that was done, and I don't think anybody's done it after that. No one focuses on politics and gangster shit, but we happen to because we're not afraid of or ashamed of where we came from. The elements and the things that made us become above the law. We're not afraid to say we don't sweep it under the rug. We don't because we truly were that. We truly struggled in the streets. We truly was caught up in that life and that culture. But music saved us from it. You know what I mean? Music gave us an escape. It gave us a legitimate career and made us be able to send our kids to college and raise kids. And now we have children and grandchildren that, you know, and we want to inspire people. We've always wanted to inspire people and motivate people like yourself, like a young brother like yourself, to say, hey man, listen, use your eyes to see. It don't matter if you're in the streets. Use your eyes to see. Don't matter if you've been to the pen. Use your eyes to see. You did that. Now do something else. You know what I mean? But always keep that persona, because when it's time for you to stand up and say something real, you got to be that gangster sometimes. You can't be
Definitely.
that, I'm this new motherfucker, I'm this new nigga. No, you got to be that old nigga in order to get your true point across, brother. You know what I mean? Because some people don't listen to all that intellect and shit. Sometimes they need to get socked in the face with something. You know what I mean? If it means to make shit right, homie, there's never nothing wrong. It's just when you going out maliciously doing those things. You have to, the world is, you know, it's funny. People look at technology and they say, oh, the world is here, the world is there. Yeah, technically, but the world's still in ruins. People still getting beat by cops. The gas is still high. Groceries are still high. People are still struggling. The cats who are making it are making it. The cats who ain't. You know what I mean? They still got to do nickel dime crimes, whatever they got to do to get ahead. So that's still the reality of life. Just because your phone is smaller and your TV is a computer now, it don't mean life has changed. The sun still come up the same way, and it still sets like it sets, and the moon still rises. So it's not too much different about the world. You know what I mean? Hey, you see a bad bro, your dick get hard. You did it, this happened. Yeah, you need money for this shit. It's the same shit. I don't care if you're 21 or 51. It's the same politics. Y'all, the government is the same. The government still pressing poor people. They're still looking out. They're still looking out for them politicians in the mix. The rich people in between, they still trying to figure out, oh, how can I sell out? How do I not sell out? How do I keep my little bullshit prestige? It's the same shit that we was going through in our era. It's just now more cats are dumbed down. You know, so no, we always want to keep that persona for you, for all our listeners, and viewers. We always want to keep that persona, man. You know, that's what I'm here. That's what the new album's about. That's what the new single that's out, that be out tomorrow, you know, on the 15th. You know, my agenda will be out. It's a controversial record, and I'm excited about being canceled. You know what I mean? Because I've always been canceled. All canceling is being banned. That made me go #1. So
Right. Most definitely, man. That album is very relevant today. So I'm glad you touched on
absolutely.
that.